Alright, this is Mr. T here. I'm going to do a couple of problems for my 6th grade class. They're currently working on three-dimensional figures dealing with surface area and volume of rectangular prisms and triangular prisms. Alright, so I'm just going to do a problem from each section. There were 4 sections in this chapter. So the first one we're going to look at is number 1, alright, which is find the number of faces, edges, and vertices of the solid. So we're going to look at this rectangular prism right here. Alright, and the way you figure out the faces, alright, is just exactly how it sounds. So that we got one face here, one face on the side, one face on top, one face on bottom, and then one face on the other side, and then the one in the back as well. Alright, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. Alright, and then we want the number of edges. Alright, the number of edges, or the edges are the line segments that connect to a vertex. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges. And then the vertices are just the points. Alright, so vertices we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 vertices. Perfect. Let's go on to the next section. Next section we had to find surface area of prisms. Alright, so we're going to go over down here. I'm going to do one rectangular prism, one triangular prism. So we have, let's look at number 5. Alright, and how I showed the kids to do this is you want to do front, back, side, side, top, bottom, and then add them all up. Alright, so the area of the front is going to be a 4 by 7. So 4 times 7 is 28. And because it's a rectangular prism, the back is the same. So that's going to be 28 as well. Then we have the sides, which are, the dimensions are 4 by 2. So we have 8, 8. And then the top is a 7 by 2. 7 by 2, so that's 14. And the bottom is the same, 14. When you add all of those up, 28 and 28 is 56, plus another 16 is 72, plus another 28, that is going to be 100 inches squared. Alright, the surface area of that rectangular prism is going to be 100 inches squared. Alright, and then I'm just going to go over here and do this triangular prism. Alright, the triangular prism is a little different. Alright, you have the front and the back, which are the bases of the prism. Those are going to be triangles. So let's figure out those first. So we have front and back. Alright, and the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times height. So 5 times 6 is 30, divided by 2, 15. So we know the front and the back is 15. Then we have the bottom. Alright, the bottom is going to be a 5 by 8, so that's 40. And then we have side 1 and side 2, alright, which is going to be 8 times, what is that, 6.5? 8 times 6.5, which, if you do, you end up getting 52. You end up getting 52 and 52. You add them all up again, because it's surface area, you're adding the combined areas of the surfaces. Alright, so we have 30 here, plus 40 is 70, plus 52 is 122, plus another 52 is 174 feet squared. Alright, perfect. Now let's go on to 8.3, which was surface area of pyramids. Alright, so we have two types of pyramids. We have a square-based pyramid and we have equilateral-based pyramids, or equilateral triangular-based pyramids. Alright, so I'm going to do one of each of these. So let's do number 11. We have the area of the base. We know it's a square pyramid, so it's 2 by 2. So the base is 4. And then we have the 4 sides. Side 1 to side 4 are all going to be the same. Alright, so this lateral face, you do 2 times 3 and then divide by 2 because it's a triangle. So 2 times 3 is 6, divided by 2 is 3, and we know the other sides are going to be the same. So we have 12 plus 4, 16 inches squared is the surface area of that square pyramid. And then we have the triangular pyramid, all right, for number 12. Triangular pyramid for number 12. So the area of the base first, which is 1/2 base times height. So when you do 1/2 times 6.9 times 8, you get 27.6. 27.6. All right, and then we want to do each side, each lateral face. And when you have a triangular pyramid, there's only 3 faces. All right, there's only 3 lateral faces, one triangle, the back triangle, and the other side. All right, so those are have a height of 10 and a base of 8. So 8 times 10 is 80, divided by 2 is 40. So we have 40, 40, and 40, which is 120. You add the 27.6, you get 147.6 meters squared as the surface area of that triangular pyramid. And then to conclude, we have 8.4 volumes of rectangular prisms. All right, so real fast, we're just going to find the volume of number 14. We know the formula for volume is length times width times height. When I plug all those in, I get 5/2 times 3/2 times 4/3. And with fractions, you just multiply across the top, you multiply across the bottom. 5 times 3 times 4, that's 60 over 2 times 2 is 4 times 3 is 12, and 60 divided by 12 is 5 feet. Now the only thing that's different is this is volume, so it's 5 feet cubed is going to be your volume. Alright, and then I'm going to show you, that's actually it. That is it. Alright, so that's at least a couple problems from every section from this chapter, so hopefully that helps.